interested in being a yoga teacher, I think it's a really helpful thing to learn anatomy. But if you want to get out of pain, I think it's an equally helpful thing to learn about anatomy. And everyone's an expert in something, you know, everyone has a job to some degree. You're an expert of some sort in something, and you have hobbies or whatever. Just, I think it's so worthwhile to make anatomy a hobby. The more you know about your body, the more likely you are to age well, age gracefully, age happily. All right, let's go. So here's I'm just always trying to break down the body into the simplest concepts, and this is my most simple, but I think it's really kind of on the money. The bones hold you up. I actually read, you know, I should have written it down or copied it, but I read a Bonnie Bainbridge Cohn, who I love, a quote of hers today that mirrors this somewhat. Should have written it. But it was about the bones and the muscles. It was about, you know, I don't make anything up, and whatever I teach is, you know, from the mouths of my teachers. And it's not like I studied that much with Bonnie, but what I have studied with her, I try to embody as best I can. So the bones hold you up, the muscles move you, and the nerves tell the muscles to move the bones. Simple stuff, right? Bones hold you up. That is their job. The bones have two functions. They hold the body. They, you know, support the skeletal system, and they help to hold the body upright. And then they also protect the heart and lungs, and they protect the brain. So bones hold you up. The muscles move you. So the job of a muscle is to move a bone, and the brain tells the muscles to move the bones. And that's how it works. Bones hold you up, muscles move you. So the muscles are told by the brain to move the bones to the nerves. So the nerves tell the muscles to move the bones, right? Bones hold you up, muscles move you. The nerves tell the muscles to move the bones. I think this is really simple, but pretty much how the body works. And here is the problem from my perspective and why people are in pain the way they're in pain. Do you want to get out here? You didn't need my help, did you? So the bones hold you up and the muscles move you when the bones hold you up. But I don't think people are allowing their bones to hold themselves up very well, or people are not stacking their bones well, you know. So we'll look at, I don't even know if we have any pictures of bad posture. I'm not really going to cut away, but think about the guy who I always think stands badly. When your bones are misaligned, whether that's through hyperextension, the knees sinking the thighs forward, too much of a curve in the lumbar spine, too much of a kyphosis in the upper back, forward head posture, one or all of those things, right? That means your bones are not holding you up successfully. It means you are misaligned in your bones. And what happens when you're misaligned in your bones, or what happens when the bones can't hold you up, the muscles are forced to hold you up, right? So the muscles become forced to hold you up because the bones fail to hold you up. And then the muscles are no longer doing their primary job of moving you. They are forced to do two jobs. They're both forced to help holding you up, and they're forced to move you, which means they're not as good at moving you. And ligaments connect bone to bone. So ligaments are holding us up in a certain way, but when we misalign the bones, we're stressing out the ligaments in the same way. They're just not really part of this discussion. So the bones hold you up, the muscles move you. That's only happening successfully when the bones are well aligned. And the nerves tell the muscles to move the bones. So how do the nerves gain passage to the muscles to deliver this message? They do it through the spine. Right? So the brain and the spine are the central nervous system, and the peripheral nervous system, two functions of the nervous system. The peripheral nervous system is everything that spreads out from the spinal cord to the rest of the body. That goes for every nerve in the body with the exception of the optic nerve. So all the nerves in the body are coming to the organs and the muscles. They're coming from the spinal cord. So the nerves tell the muscles to move the bones, but in order for the nerves to tell the muscles to move the bones well, the bones need to be aligned. Because if you right, what I said is that all along the spine there are holes. Sorry, all along the spine there are these holes for the nerves to come out of. And when the nerves come out of the spine, they feed the rest of the body. But if those bones are misaligned, if the bones of the spine are not aligned well, the nerves are going to be, the ability of the nerve to flow is going to be decreased. The image I use for that is often of a water hose. If you think of a water hose, everyone should know like the image of crimping a water hose where you fold it in half and you stop the flow of water. A nerve is a conductor of electricity at its most basic element, right? And if you think of it's like a wire that's running through your body, and if your bones are aligned, you're creating the most optimal pathway and space for that nerve to flow. When your bones are misaligned, you are crimping that water hose and not allowing the nerve to flow as well as you can. So the bones hold you up, the muscles move you, the nerves tell the muscles to move the bones, and that is only happening when we are standing well. And you know my story, I don't think many of us are standing well. Therefore, we are overusing our muscles to hold us up, and they don't get to work as well to move us. And so many people suffer nerve problems of all different sorts. So it's clear that we don't have such good posture because our nerves are having trouble finding their best pathway through the body. All right.